Good evening. This is Michael with Love and Freedom. I had checked my email and someone had asked me a while back what happened to all of those caravans that was trying to head north from different countries like Honduras and Haiti, Africa, that was protruding the border of the United States between Mexico and the United States. Whatever happened to those caravans? And you don't hear anything about the caravan no more. And whatever happened to that? Well, I did a little research and I found out today that the caravans still exist, whether you believe it or not. It's just that they have been doing a pretty good job at the border of Guatemala, preventing them from coming into the country because they had stated that Guatemala was actually um, helping with the control of the caravan, trying to keep them from actually coming into the United States, or actually coming into Mexico originally. Guatemala done their part on preventing those large caravans from mounting, forming, and heading north. Um, they have shown that actually on Sunday that a large group of the caravan had tried to enter into the country of Guatemala, and Guatemala stopped them from coming into the to their country. A large group of people, they actually stopped them, and it was showing that Guatemala had formed what they call a riot control. They had dispersed their national guard to help control them from entering into the country. Guatemala, they blocked, hundreds and thousands of the Honduras people that was coming into Guatemala. They actually have to get into Guatemala to actually enter the border of Mexico. So what Guatemala did, they formed a riot control and they helped block them. Now they were saying that Mexican authority has been doing their part ever since the pandemic, trying to control a group of people from Guatemala entering into Mexico by stating that they would need a COVID test, show positive test before they can enter into Mexico. And that too helped control and monitor the flow of migrants that was trying to come into Mexico that was headed to the border north to try to get into the United States to request asylum, and that actually slowed down the caravan a lot because a lot of people couldn't afford or they weren't able to get the test that showed proof that they could enter into Guatemala, from Guatemala into Mexico, which they were requesting a positive testing. So that's, if you heard those type of news, I know a lot of people were saying that they heard that you needed a testing, show a positive testing to enter Mexico, which that wasn't for people, say U.S. citizens or other people that enter into Mexico. That was actually from people entering from countries such as Guatemala, Guatemala used to be a free moving passageway into Mexico. They used to allow them to just come into Mexico on a daily basis and freely moving. No longer they had the proper documents, but now that they requesting them to have, show a positive, I'm sorry, to show a negative C-19 testing, COVID test, then now that has helped control some of the migration from Guatemala into Mexico, which is the lead way toward the United States border, north of the border. So that's actually what has been helping them control the migration of all the migrants. But they spoke to a group of migrants that was trying to come into Guatemala from Honduras, and they blocked them. They said people were still coming into the country, even though they had checkpoints set up on main roads. People was actually detouring, going on the outside or going through heavy terrain, a rough, rugged area to try to get into Guatemala, and they wasn't able to control and stop everybody coming into Guatemala. But on the main roads, they have set up blocks to try to control the migrants. So they said now that it's been between 7 to 8,000 Honduras has crossed into Guatemala since Friday. So they are still heading toward Mexico to come into the United States to get to the border of the United States because they know that they want to try to get to the border town of the United States, which I'm here in San Luis area, which we have a lot of migrants come to this area, and they put them up in shelter homes and stuff, and they was overflowing with them. They didn't have no more room, and they start busing people back to their home country while they seek or wait on their the decision for their asylum. So now they know Biden is about to take office, and the people saying that they know that it's going to be some changes made. So now they want to take the opportunity, chance once again to migrate to the border to seek asylum by the time Biden get into office, because it was Saul halt and put it to a stop while President 45 was in office. So they are formed once again, according to the news sources, they formed a big caravan once again, and they was at the border of Guatemala, coming from Honduras, trying to get into the country of Guatemala, which then from Guatemala they enter into Mexico, the country of Mexico, and Mexico is asking Guatemala, and they commending them for helping stop the flow. Right now, especially during the pandemic, they've been trying to tell the people to take heed that there is a pandemic going on and take precautions, because there are a lot of people from Honduras that's in that caravan is sick of what they've been told, and they're trying to stop the flow. So it's going to be interesting, to see how this is going to pan out once Biden get into the office, because he's supposed to reiterate once again the immigration laws that him and President Obama had put out when he was in office, and Trump try to throw out the immigration laws that they had formed. So the people heard and they're aware of what's going on, that Biden's going to be taking over office, and their possible opportunity to come into the United States could be granted, seeking asylum. So they are actually headed in numbers once again. They're forming caravans and headed north, coming to the United States border to try to seek asylum. So the people were saying in Honduras that they trying to get away from Honduras because there's no jobs, there's no opportunity for them, which a lot of people in the United States are suffering for jobs as well. And it'll be kind of crazy for a lot of people to come into the country on asylums, talking looking for work, when the American people themselves is not even working. So as soon as Biden get into office, he's going to be hit with the challenge to try to overturn the new immigration laws once again and put them into effect. So as I receive the message, or I receive the news, I will bring it to you. Until the next one, bye now. Peace. One love.